On a calm day in Universe 7, everything seemed peaceful. Beerus, the god of destruction, was resting as usual, while Whis was carefully planning a new feast for his master. But suddenly, Whis' staff began to glow. A soft blue light pulsed through it. A call. Whis raised the staff and answered immediately. The image of the Grand Priest appeared, calm and composed as always. Whis bowed slightly. "Grand Priest, I hope everything is well. How may I assist you?" The Grand Priest responded. "Whis, Zeno-sama is feeling bored. He would like to spend some time playing with Beerus and Champa. Please inform them immediately." Whis smiled politely. "Of course, I will take care of it right away." The call ended. We slowly turned toward Beerus. "Lord Beerus, it seems Zeno-sama is requesting your presence. You and Champa have been summoned to play." Beerus opened one eye, clearly annoyed. "Play? With Zeno? That never ends well." He sighed deeply. Last time, he almost erased an entire universe by accident. Whis kept his calm expression. "That may be true, but questioning Zeno-sama is not recommended." Beerus stood up slowly. "Fine, let's go. But if something goes wrong, I'm blaming you." Whis smiled. "As you wish." Meanwhile, in Universe 6, Champa was lying on his floating bed, eating sweets without a care in the world. Vados stood nearby, watching him with clear disapproval. "Lord Champa, shouldn't you be focusing on your responsibilities?" Champa didn't even look at her. "Responsibilities? The universe is doing just fine without me." Vados crossed her arms. "Your role is to maintain balance. You cannot simply ignore it." Champa sighed dramatically. "Fine, fine. I'll think about it later." Before Vados could respond, her staff began to glow. A message from Whis. She listened carefully, then turned to Champa. "We have been summoned by Zeno-sama. You and Lord Beerus are required to play with him." Champa sat up instantly. "Play? With Zeno? You're kidding, right?" Vados shook her head. "No, this is not optional." Champa thought for a moment, then suddenly smiled. "Wait, that means I don't have to work." Vados narrowed her eyes. "Perhaps we can find a temporary solution." Champa became interested. "What kind of solution?" Vados replied calmly. "We assign someone to temporarily take your role." Champa leaned forward. "Someone else, as god of destruction." He started thinking, who could handle that kind of power? Vados answered immediately. "Kaba or Caulifla. They are the strongest Saiyans in Universe 6. Champa smirked. "Caulifla. She's reckless, but strong." "Perfect." Vados nodded. "Then let us go speak with her." Moments later, they arrived at Caulifla's planet. She was training with Kaba when they appeared. Both Saiyans stopped immediately. Caulifla crossed her arms. "What do you want?" Champa smirked. "Careful how you talk to a god of destruction." He stepped forward. "I have an offer for you. You are one of the strongest warriors in Universe 6. So I want you to become the temporary god of destruction." Caulifla blinked in surprise. "Wait, seriously?" Vados stepped in. "Zeno-sama has summoned Lord Champa. He requires someone to take his place." She looked directly at Caulifla. "And you are the perfect choice." She paused. "You will also gain a massive increase in power." That was enough. Caulifla smiled. "Now that sounds interesting." She cracked her knuckles. "Fine, I'll do it." Vados raised her staff. A bright light surrounded Caulifla completely. Her body changed. Her clothes transformed into a god of destruction outfit. Her aura expanded instantly. When the light faded, she was no longer the same. Caulifla looked at her hands. Her energy was overwhelming. "I feel incredible." Champa laughed. "Perfect. Now I can go play without worrying." Vados looked at her seriously. "Remember, this power must be used with responsibility." Caulifla smirked. Yeah, I got it." But deep inside, something had already started to change. Caulifla stood still for a moment, feeling the power flowing through her body. It was overwhelming, different from anything she had ever experienced before. Her energy was no longer just Saiyan strength. It was something deeper, heavier, absolute. Kaba looked at her in shock. Caulifla, your power? It's insane. She smirked. Relax, Kaba, it's not a big deal. But even as she said that, she knew it wasn't true. This power was changing her. Vados stepped forward. We have work to do. There is a planet nearby that should have been destroyed long ago. Caulifla cracked her neck. Good, let's start with something easy. Vados opened a portal. Moments later, they were floating in space, facing a dying planet. The surface was broken. No life remained. This world had already reached its end. Vados spoke calmly. This planet has outlived its purpose. It should have been destroyed centuries ago. Caulifla raised her hand slowly. A small purple sphere began to form. Then it grew. Bigger, denser, more unstable. In seconds, it reached the size of a small moon. Caulifla smiled. This is way too easy. With a simple motion, she released it. The sphere touched the planet, and everything disappeared. A massive explosion erased the entire world instantly. Nothing remained but dust and debris. Caulifla laughed. This is amazing. Being a god of destruction is actually fun. Vados watched carefully. You did well. But remember, destruction is not for entertainment. It is for balance. Caulifla waved her hand dismissively. Yeah, I know. But then her expression changed. You know what? I want something more interesting. Vados narrowed her eyes. What do you mean? Caulifla smiled. I want to go to Universe 7. Vados immediately reacted. That is not part of your duty. Caulifla crossed her arms. I want to fight Goku. Vados remained serious. That is not a wise decision. Caulifla turned toward her. You're forgetting something. Her aura flared slightly. I'm the god of destruction now. You follow my orders. Silence. Vados looked at her for a moment, then nodded. As you wish. Moments later, they arrived on Earth. Caulifla floated above the ground, looking around. So this is where he lives. Vados spoke softly. Yes, this is his home. Caulifla smirked. Looks weak? At that same moment, Goku and Vegeta were training. Then suddenly, both of them stopped. Goku looked up. You feel that? Vegeta nodded. Of course I do. That power, it's not normal. Goku smiled. Finally, something interesting. In the distance, Caulifla descended slowly. She landed in front of them. Hey, long time no see. Goku blinked. Caulifla. Then he noticed her energy. Wait, what is that power? Caulifla smirked. I'm not the same anymore. She pointed at herself. I'm the new god of destruction of Universe 6. Goku's eyes widened. Seriously? Then he smiled. That's awesome. Let's fight. Vegeta stepped in immediately. Kakarot, think for once. She's a god of destruction now. Caulifla laughed. Look at you, Vegeta. Still acting tough. Why don't you help him? You'll both need it. Goku stepped forward. No holding back. His body changed instantly. Silver light surrounded him. Ultra Instinct. Vegeta followed. His aura turned deep purple. Ultra Ego. The ground trembled. Caulifla didn't move. She just smiled. You two are funny. Then, she disappeared. In less than a second, she appeared between them. 2 punches. That was all it took. Goku and Vegeta were launched into the ground instantly. Their transformation shattered. They returned to base form, unable to move. Goku gasped for air. What? Was that? Vegeta clenched his teeth. Impossible. Caulifla stood there, completely relaxed. Pathetic. You really thought you could fight me? Then she raised her hand again. This time, the energy was different. Darker. Heavier. A massive sphere of destruction formed above her. A Hakai. And it kept growing. Goku's eyes widened. Stop, you'll destroy the Earth. Vegeta struggled to stand. She's lost control. Vados stepped forward. Caulifla, stop this immediately. Caulifla didn't even look at her. I do whatever I want. I'm a god of destruction. Then suddenly, a voice echoed behind her. irresponsible. The Hakai vanished instantly, like it never existed. Caulifla froze. She turned slowly. Beerus, floating calmly. She stared at him. How did you… Beerus looked at her without emotion. You still have a lot to learn. Power alone means nothing. Caulifla's expression changed. Anger mixed with fear. Beerus continued. A god of destruction maintains balance. You're just playing with power. Vados stepped forward. Lord Beerus, I apologize. She lost control. Beerus nodded slightly. I know. He looked at Caulifla. You're going back to Universe 6. Caulifla clenched her fists, then slowly lowered her head. Fine, but this isn't over. One day, I'll surpass you. Beerus smirked slightly. We'll see. The portal opened. Caulifla stepped through it with Vados. And just like that, they were gone. Silence returned to Earth. Goku slowly stood up. That was insane. Vegeta crossed his arms. She's dangerous now. Beerus looked at both of them. You two are still weak. Train harder. Before the next time she comes back. Goku smiled. Now I'm really excited. Vegeta smirked. Next time, we win. So, what do you think? Has Caulifla really learned her lesson? Or will she return even stronger? Comment your ideas below. And don't forget to like the video. And subscribe for more Dragon Ball stories like this. See you in the next one.